Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you may be. And I wanted to take a moment out to talk about a thing we always talk about on this show: multiple sclerosis and demyelination. Something that's been paramount in my mind and heart over the last year, but quite frankly, the last 11 years. The National MS Society is a collective of passionate individuals who want to do something about MS now, to move together towards a world free of multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis is comprised of unpredictable and often disabling flare ups of the central nervous system. Such flare ups disrupt the flow of information within the brain and between the brain and the body. The National MS Society is the largest private funder of MS researchers in the world, investing more than $1 billion to date. MS stops people from moving, but the National MS Society exists to make sure that MS doesn't. To contact the National MS Society, please call 1 800 344 4867. Once again, 1 800 344 4867. Or go to their website at nationalmssociety.org. Thank you to all of you who have donated money to this amazing organization or has even gone to the National MS Society to learn more about multiple sclerosis and demyelination. It touches me and over the 1 million people in this country who have multiple sclerosis in so many ways, and we appreciate all of you. And on that,
it's time to talk.
Well, look at that. It's actually snowing. There's snow on the ground. And when there's snow on the ground, the one thing I'll always say is, that's the perfect time to have a conversation about anything and everything. This is the Venture Forward. VF Talks. Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon once again, and welcome to VF Talks. My name is John, And that cantankerous Triceratops who thinks he's a T-Rex is haunting me. You don't understand how hard it is to sit over here. I'm trying to do a show, and this Rex just makes looks at me like it's like, and then I would make a comment or something, and then he says, "Are you sure you want to go with that? Are you sure that's the right call?" So like I have plenty of things to do with that Triceratops, but nevertheless, I want to say hello to all of you on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch this evening. And let's see who wins the door prize. That would go to Rich Vibes on YouTube, who says, Gore Blimey. Well, Gore Blimey. If there's a thing that we need to understand, it's Gore Blimey. Gore Blimey indeed. Jaden on YouTube says, hello. Hello, Jaden. Hope you're well. Saren over on Facebook says, hey. Hey, Saren. How you doing? Long time no talk. Sherry over on YouTube, over in Australia, says, hi, awesome. Hi, Sherry. Hope you're doing well. We have Easy, also from Australia, who says good morning, because it would be morning in Australia. So there you go. And Easy says the same thing everybody's been saying for a very long time. JV needs mental help. I don't think you're too far off on that. I don't think you're too far off at all. Easy says that's a teddy bear, mate. It's not alive. Oh, Rex just said he wants to kick your. Yeah, no. He's no. You don't get him riled up. My God, you don't get him riled up. Anywho. And Paul Burke says, hey, everyone. Hey, Paul, how are you? And there's this really strange, I keep seeing this, like, says awesome fun things. Hi, Cherie, and says hi to Jaden. I wonder who that could be. Could that be Matt Haas?
Hey.
That is Matt Haas.
There we go.
And over there is Paul Burke.
Hey, hello.
It's the real Paul Burke.
The real Paul
It's
Burke.
the
Genuine
real
article.
Me, gentlemen. Nice to see you. How you guys doing?
Fabulous here. Hope you're well.
Good. Yeah, doing great.
Is it snowing by you?
Not in Pennsylvania.
Is it snowing
Definitely not out here.
I should say central Pennsylvania.
Central PA. Yeah, it's snowing over here for sure, over in southeastern PA.
Gotcha.
Not heavy. It's like an inch, 2 inches, and they're saying it's supposed to get up to 4 to 6 overnight into tomorrow. So, you know how forecasters work. They get it right or they get it wrong, and you know we just have to deal with. Yeah. If they were a roofer, they'd probably be arrested.
Wait, why would they be arrested if they were a roofer?
Because they're off by astronomical numbers when it comes to measurement. Cherie says, hey, hi, Paul. And there you go.
Hey. Hello.
Try to balance this out, and it goes away. And Easy says,
I'm trying to balance out my head size. All right. There we go.
Your head looks
I've
fantastic.
got the tiny head.
Always has. And Laura over on YouTube says hi. So, Paul, it's been a while. What have you been up to, fine sir?
What have I been doing? I got a drone. I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been on. Yeah. So got a drone. That's been a ton of fun to fly, and been taking a class for that so my videos don't look like trash. So yeah, that's been fun. I got a program called Descript. I'm sure if anybody's a live streamer or video creator, exactly, a lot of nodding heads. You guys know it. Everybody else in the audience, it is a delight and a really easy way to edit stuff. So I'm really enjoying that. So
I want to know who came up with the idea for Descript. So you basically change the words in the paragraph and it edits your video. That's pretty clever.
It's been so nice just to kind of like edit, and it does such a good job. And this is the thing I was concerned about. So if anybody's watching and wondering what it is, it takes your podcast or your video and it transcribes everything into a Word document. And then all you have to do to edit your podcast is edit the Word document. And if you cut out a word over there, it cuts it out in the podcast or it cuts it out in the video. And it does such a beautiful job of, if you clip out a word, tying those two pieces together nicely, where the edit is usually pretty seamless. And tomorrow I'm super excited. So I paid for the overdub feature, which allows you to do the deep fake. It'll deep fake your voice. So you have to record for like 20 minutes. It learns your voice, and then you literally can just type into the keyboard like, "Hey everybody, it's Paul. I'm so glad you're here." And it will deep fake your voice. So I'm pretty excited about trying that.
I love it. I love it. One point of clarification, it will make a text document, not a Microsoft Word document. So
Yes, a text document.
So I think
Word is short from Microsoft Word, yeah, in some circles.
Oh, got it.
And Easy was asking, what site is that on, Paul?
It's just, if you go to Descript, which I say that like it's an easy word to spell. Let me type it into the chat.
Okay.
DESCRIPT.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, just DE and then script. I think it's .com. Anyways, it's cool. There's a free version if you want to play around with it.
.com.
Yeah. So tell him Paul sent you.
No, that's not a thing. If you want, I'm showing it.
So.
And let's get that up for a second. Of course, I have to get over to this. Man.
Easy, you're super close. It's a DE. There you go. Nailed it. Hey, Sammy. What's going on, sir?
There is the script.
It is. So I would say, like, if you're a novice editor or a intermediate editor, it is a lifesaver. If you're an expert, you will see tons of ways that you could probably do better in Adobe Audition or like even GarageBand maybe. But boy, just for like ease of use, it's really awesome. It'll cut out all the ums.
You got Sammy's seal of approval there. Because
got it. Okay.
Because when he's lazy, he uses that app.
If Sammy likes it, it's a good app.
Sammy approved.
He has very discerning tastes.
Superstar approved. Yeah,
we always talk about the chef's kiss around here. That's the Sammy's kiss.
Mm-hmm. He loves that app. That's cool.
And he also says he's been missing Paul on the streams. He misses you.
Sammy, you know what? I miss everybody here. It's really nice to just come hang out. Like I was really looking forward to this. I'm like, great. I don't have to go pick up my car today. I don't have work this afternoon. Fantastic. So. Oh, I blew a radiator. I've never blown a radiator before, but I was driving along. I blew a radiator, and I was hoping, I didn't know what it was. I just know that my car was steaming. And I went on a website. I was sitting in the Lowe's parking lot, and because I had to pick up some butane. So I'm in there in the parking lot, car is steaming, and a website said, it's okay. Sometimes cars steam. You can still drive it. And I'm like, great. I sure hope I can. So I got behind the wheel and started driving. And not 1 mile later, the car was like, nope, sorry, buddy. This is not that type of situation.
This ain't happening.
And it ain't happening. And I was like trying to get across 3 lanes of traffic in this car that was like going, like it was just going like 3 feet at a time. As traffic is coming towards me, it felt very similar to Indiana Jones and that giant ball that was coming at Indiana Jones' face.
And
you know when Indiana Jones was going to take a ball in the face? That's the one. The first movie.
When you're going so slow, by the way, you're hearing this in the background. So you know it's way too slow. Way too slow.
Yeah, it was bad.
Nobody wants to get
the clown car
balls
wanted to pass me.
Look who's in the chat.
Superstars Kitchen. It could be Austin. It could be Sammy. It could be Jaden. We have no idea. It could be anybody.
Who knows?
It's a spinoff show.
Yeah. So. And when it comes to Paul's kiss, that has to be Austin because he is a chef.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Easy informs
So-
us that the free version of the script gives you 3 hours of transcription. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, easy. Give it a shot, man. It's fun, and even the high end version that I have, it's like 24 bucks. Not cheap, but in terms of like what you're getting and like how much time it saves you, oh my god.
Well, you have
Anyways.
the Cadillac versions, right? So,
I have the pro version because I'm a pro editor.
no,
No.
You are the script pro.
Yeah, I'm a script pro. Yeah. What have you guys been up to?
Oh,
I have been kicking butt all over the interwebs.
Nice.
I
That
had
sounds-
an interview on Wave.video's channel on Wednesday, and I got a lot more eyeballs on my channel. I got a lot more signups to my course, which is free, and I got a lot of email newsletter signups, which is also free. So yeah, I've been, it's something I really prepared for,
Mhm.
and it was the camera came on, and I just delivered value for a whole hour. I'm really happy with it. So
Matt, you delivered for sure, and that program was very entertaining on Wednesday.
I'm glad you liked it.
And
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that because I won the door prize at the end. Not saying that. Doesn't hurt
Yeah.
that I won the door prize at the end.
Yeah.
What'd you
But-
win?
Stickers. I won stickers.
Sticker
Nice.
pack. I was
No.
thinking about getting sticker packs for all things YouTube. I don't know if I should do that or not. And then I was
You should,
considering-
man. People lose their shit over stickers.
I was also thinking
than
about, let me run this by you because you're content experts. I need your opinion. I was thinking about having a sticker just say, watch me on YouTube. No branding, just that. Then the idea is you can slap it on your laptop and people go, oh, are you on YouTube? And you pull out your business card and say, yeah, here's my channel. Easy peasy. You think that's like a good kind of something or other?
Something around.
Yes, I would slap it on. But so here's what I picture. You're at a coffee shop, you slap it on your computer, and you just keep trying to make eye contact with people like, huh? Huh? Hmm?
Hmm?
The whole point is it would be unforced.
Curious? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of not forcing interaction with others, but it could encourage people to ask you. Anyway.
That's right.
Yeah, man, it can't hurt, honestly. Like, I don't know, like, how inside baseball do you mind getting, JV? Because I know everybody here isn't like content creators, so I don't want to be like, hey, here's a cool thing I did on Reddit. Like, I don't know if that's an interesting topic of conversation.
Well, I mean, there's many videos I did on OnlyFans, which I think we can definitely.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
You're
ju-
pulling in, yeah, what is it, 5K a month on
Ma-
OnlyFans?
Major. No,
And you're just constantly teasing people. You're not even getting them the goods.
that's right. I don't give them the goods.
So I don't know. Anybody in the chat, tell me to shut up if this is uninteresting. But to go along with what you're saying, Matt, like I just started like posting stuff on Reddit, like boards, and saying like, hey, here's a video I made. And usually I don't do that sort of thing, and I'm like, whatever, let the world find me. But they don't. But I'm realizing maybe I should push it out into the world a little bit more. So I mean, kind of like what you're doing, I think that's great.
Yeah, Reddit can be super powerful if you're in a subreddit with a lot of people and you know the mods.
Mm.
Because Reddit isn't one thing. Reddit is a collection of websites called subreddits, and each has its own rules and its own things like that. But
Yeah.
there's a woodworker that I run around with. He knows me from here. He's in good with our DIY on Reddit. That is a multi-million person subreddit, and he knows all the subs, and he drops his links in there, and he just gets flooded with views.
Would you say
Yeah.
he drops it like it's hot?
I didn't hear that.
Would you say he drops it like it's hot?
Drops it like yeah. He drops his video links in there like they are HOOT,
Wow.
extra hot.
Super hot.
Rich
Yeah.
has called me a tease. Thank you, Rich. Thank you for realizing and recognizing that.
So yeah, that's cool. That's yeah. I say promote, and I
And you
like
got
it. The way you're doing it, I think is good. Don't like shove it in people's face, but you're like, if they're curious, you know, cool. Approach me.
there's a Instructables website where you make little instruction pages. Looks like a blog, but step 1, step 2. And they allow you to put a YouTube link in there, which they'll embed your YouTube video. So I make a video on how to build something. I make an Instructable. I got 40,000 views from an Instructable.
Wait,
On one
what
of my
Instructable? What were you teaching people how to do?
To take apart a scroll saw and service it and maintenance it so it lasts 10 years or more.
40,000 people wanted to know how to do that? That's impressive.
No,
I didn't know half the
No.
sentence. I didn't even know the
no.
sentence.
80,000 people wanted to do that. 40,000 clicked through to the video.
Dang.
It's a half click through, right?
Wow.
50%. That's huge.
But the point I'm making is you gotta find where your audience
people.
is. Now,
Yeah.
like if you have a channel about philosophy, like you wouldn't go on Instructables because Instructables
Yeah.
is about building something physical with your hands. So but yeah.
Yeah, you got to find your tribe. And you can't like force yourself into a tribe. Like look at Piggy. Did not end well for that kid.
No. Now, the exception would be if you're designing a shrine for Kierkegaard. That would be perfect for Instructables.
Yeah. It's a great website. It's kind of nuts. They do contests and they give away like real legit prizes. And I've used the website so much they were like, "Hey Matt, you want to be a judge? You can start judging the contests. And if you're ever in a contest, you just don't be a judge and then you're allowed to be in it." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be a judge."
Well, it'd be a conflict of interest. Did you see what Easy said? A scroll saw. He has 2 of them, but needs to find them in his garage because it is a bit messy.
Well,
Mm.
if it's a DeWalt scroll saw, I have the tear down instructions and what you need to do to make it last. And I even improve it. I grind off a piece of metal that makes it less noisy. Like it's
So
Does-
you teach
does-
people how to grind?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So they were clicking to watch grinding action?
exactly.
Nice.
With the
40,000 people
special
want to learn
Haas-
how to grind.
Bring in the
And
wall. Bring in
when
the
you
funk.
grind, it can get hot. So I have the special Haas lubricant in there as well.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
no, it's
now
gonna-
that you
it's
mentioned
gonna-
lubricant. There you go.
Oh my.
That's good.
It got real.
It got real.
What are you talking about? We're not talking about anything unsavory.
Well, we're not talking about anything that's not lubricated, which is important. You should always lubricate. The more you know.
The more you know.
Proper lubrication
Yes.
is a
Proper
key
lubrication.
component. Key component.
I
So-
mean, you could do a whole channel on that. Awesome lubrication
Do you-
things.
John, do you John, do you promote this channel on like subreddits, like self-help subreddits? I feel like you could really help reach people.
I would, and then there's a show.
What?
I would, but then there's the Friday show that, like, I almost feel like I have to branch that off.
He's ashamed of us, Paul.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not ashamed of you.
get it.
This show
I
is
get it.
therapy for me. I love this show.
I get it. We grinding because people need self-help. They don't want
That's right.
grinding.
And
Hey,
Rich,
honestly.
Rich says JV knows how to grind, and he's right. I kind of do.
I mean, if I can give some YouTube advice for you, John, it's there's nothing wrong with showing who you are out in the world, and you can still deliver professional content. Look at me, 80s memorabilia, coin op video games. I got toys all over the place. I'm delivering absolute legit value, and people don't mind at all. So
Have
Keep
a
that in
great
mind.
morning, Easy. Says gotta go, everyone. We'll be seeing you all again soon. Thanks for the show, and nice seeing you. Have a great Saturday over there.
please drop
See
a
you
like
later,
on
sir.
your way out.
That's right. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring that bell. Buy me a coffee
Ding.
because I'm not caffeinated enough.
The 5-fecta. Like, subscribe, ring that bell, buy me a coffee. The 4-fecta.
Like the smash button.
Like the smash button. And
I gotta
that smash-
find my video. I
dip that smash button in some coffee.
I made a smash button with a like symbol next to it, and the cursor came up and clicked the like symbol next to the smash button. And I said, don't forget to like the smash button. No one cared. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, Rich is taking this next level. He doesn't see nothing wrong with JV's bump and grind. Rich, very well put. Very, very well put. Really kind of set myself up, didn't I?
Good stuff.
I tweaked was that, Rex? I did? Yeah. He's a great co-host back there.
I tweaked my email newsletter strategy. That's going really well.
Oh, nice. What are you doing? What's different? What's happening?
I am removing the big blocks of articles, especially like the repeating stuff, because I always do how to support me, where to get help, things like that. And it just read like a wall of stuff. I jammed everything as plain links way at the bottom, and I just put the one call to action at the top with these little down pointing finger emojis like, hey, there's more stuff down here. And then if people want that extra stuff, they can just kind of scroll down and see it. But that's the big point. Just one little thing. What were you going to say, Paul? You had like a revelation before.
I was gonna say, JV, if you want to like promote yourself, what you should do is say that you're going to take yourself off Spotify if Joe Rogan remains on it.
Yeah.
And you have to pull down your Spotify content. It's your Spotify content or Joe Rogan's.
That's right.
Because I want to say Neil Blomkamp. I know that's not who did it. Who just took down their stuff?
Neil Young.
Neil Young. I was like, I have not thought of him forever. And I'm like, good on you, man. Like, you might believe this, but if this is just a marketing strategy, good for you. Because I'm sure
he's always been that sort of political artist, though. He always took up causes like that.
Okay.
He had some horrible. He got some disease before there was a vaccine for it, and it really ripped through him.
Oh, what disease was that?
I forget. You can Google it. But the thing about Neil Young is he's set for life. Like, this was not a risky thing for him. Like, he's got his money.
He's just taking
Although with his stuff off Spotify, his income dropped 60%. 60% of his yearly income is now gone. But he's got stacks of cash. So
yeah.
But, I mean, and for what it's worth, Joe Rogan has said his contract is ironclad. Like, it would take an act of God to have him leave.
It was I just love that. I love it so much. He's like, I'm gonna take all my stuff off if you guys don't remove them. And Spotify's like, see you later. And that just makes me laugh so hard because I'm like, I'm sure he was just sitting there like, what? No! Oh no!
And
I don't know.
Neil only owns a small fraction of his songs. He sold it to an investment firm 30 years ago, or so, most of his stuff. Like 60% of his stuff, he doesn't even have control over.
So
the music industry is horrible for the artists. Horrible. It kind of floors me. It got as corrupt as it did.
People have been like saying like cancel Spotify the last few days, citing Spotify as like a terrible business practice, and they're like taking advantage of the artists. And I'm like, when have they not been taken advantage of? Like, get in line. Like, the artists have been taken advantage of forever. I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but it's like, well, you know, don't circle Spotify and pretend that's where it began.
No, it's been going on well longer than that.
Yeah,
the problem is it's so far removed from the artist, because the artists typically don't own their stuff. It's the record companies that own it, and they're enslaved to the record company.
You would say almost subjugated to them.
Well, when they pay you royalties, what they're actually doing is they're paying you future income that you're about to earn them.
Hey, Kevin, how are you? Kevin over.
Kevin Michael Reed. Hello.
Hey,
Kevin.
Michael Reed. KMR in the hizzy.
Show.
Word. Yeah, that's been going on for years, though. It could go well previous to Spotify. I mean, this is not anything new.
I heard of a scam where this is really bad. Someone got 200 artists to give him music, and he put it up on all the streaming services because he owns it. And the way he did it was he set up another company that he controlled. He didn't disclose that he controlled it. Well, his wife's friend controlled it, but so you could just skirt the legalities. And it was like, we're doing a movie. This is going to be in a movie. It's going to be huge. And then there's going to be, oh no, it was something for a book tour. Somehow they wanted songs to do marketing for the book tour. And then it just sounded so good to be true. You're like, yeah, I'm breaking through. Someone finally noticed me, and everyone wrote original work. And the way it was worded, it was like, these things might happen. But when you read it, you're like, oh, it's definitely going to happen. This book tour is already signed, like, and then next thing you know, the guy has 200 songs on Spotify that he didn't create, and he has full legal control over, and they're trying to sue him, and he's ironclad. They can't. It's all signed paperwork. Anyway, it's very easy to take advantage of artists in the music industry.
This might be a bit of ignorance, but I kind of wonder when it will be and how quick it will be for someone or some entity to find the major loophole around NFTs and start basically taking advantage of that left, right, and sideways.
Well, there's already corruption, and it's not with the technology. The technology is with the blockchain. You can't fake the blockchain. But the problem is people are taking other people's original work, putting it in an NFT, and then there's no recourse.
If they change one thing about it, it's theirs.
Some people aren't even doing that. Just straight up ripping it right off. And since it's locked on the blockchain and the ownership is there, you can't ever change it. And it's so.
Did you? It's not NFT exactly, but there was this book. I think it was a French book that was being sold, and it was on an auction block for like $30,000. That's the starting bid. Some people bought it for like I think it was about $3 million, because what they were going to do, this is like an old book, one of the first editions of Dune. I think it's like with photos and stuff. They were going to literally rip up the book. Have you heard about this?
Can I say what the book is? Because it's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's the other director that was making a movie about Dune, but it never aired. It was a very psychedelic version, a Jabberwocky, some really strange name, and he was gonna line up Vincent Price. He had an all-star cast, but it was very psychedelic, and he changed the story to be more psychedelic, and it was kind of stupid. Like, I mean, Dune's a masterpiece, so any change you make to it is a bad move. But that's the book. So go ahead, continue. Please.
Got it. So that book, they were going to buy it, rip up the pages, turn each one into an NFT so people could buy a portion of this book, because this is the only book, I guess, that it remains in existence. Anyways, they bought it for like $3 million, way over the asking price, just bought it for so much money, and then realized the ownership of the book did not allow them the rights to distribute these pages as NFTs, because they don't own the rights of the book. They just own the book. So they got totally burned. And that made me laugh, because it was just like this NFT investment firm that was like, we're going to make a ton of money. So
Frank Herbert owns Dune. And just because, it's exactly right. It's as if you bought a physical thing. You didn't buy the rights to the thing. It's like you bought a book from Amazon. That's exactly what they did with this NFT. And they unveiled their whole business plan. We're going to allow fan art that's going to be licensed, and then we're going to launch our own movie out of this, and we're going to do. You're like, you don't own the intellectual property. You just bought the thing. That was a self-owned, not a self-owned. That was a big blunder. How would you describe that?
Yeah, hilarious. Yeah, I think it's funny. Have you guys made NFTs or like
I was going to,
dipped
but
your foot into it? Like not even to make money, just to be like, oh, cool. That's because I feel like there's like this idea, this mysticism around it, like it's a really complex, hard thing to do. But I
it's
imagine
$100.
it probably isn't.
It's $100 to get in the game because you got to pay
Okay.
the gas fees.
Got it.
So I was gonna do it, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll spend $100 on stupid stuff, but I'm like, do I really want to spend it on this? I'm like, no.
Mhm.
And there's some mechanisms within blockchain and NFT where they get rid of the gas fees entirely because it's done in a carbon neutral sort of server farm. So there are some entities out there that will provide you the right to publish without paying the gas fee.
Well,
Interesting.
they're trying to move it over to proof of stake,
Right.
and then that's supposed to, instead of proof of work, and that's supposed to bring down the fees and make things faster. But
I'll tell you what, I need to prove a stake tomorrow because that sounds fantastic. Haven't had steak in a little while. Just saying.
You should go. You should get out of the house. Treat yourself.
if
Go,
only you knew of a good steak restaurant to go to.
Well, I mean, there are plenty, but like the question is, do I want one steak or do I want a copious selection of various steaks?
I don't know.
Not a sponsor. Like, and then I could prove it, and then it'd be a proof of stake.
Steak's always a good meal in my book, and I'll eat it for breakfast. Steak and eggs. I'll eat
On
it
a
for
cold
lunch.
day like this, the first thing I gravitate to is the thought of wood-fired steak or a
Yeah.
grill or that sort of, or even or a steak underneath a chameleon, like an 1100-degree chameleon. I think of that. It's like, my God, that sounds amazing.
You're losing me now, but okay.
Well, chameleon is a certain sort of oven device that you could put steaks under, and it gives you that sort of sear and char.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know you're. Wow, you're a steak man. You know a lot
I was
about
a
it.
steak
Darn
chef.
straight, Paul.
I was a line cook at a restaurant called Mr. Steak.
That's
I
Mr.
can cook.
Steak. That name
I
again.
can cook steaks
Mr. Steak.
perfectly, and I can tell by eye, by time, and by touch exactly how well that steak is done on the inside.
Do you believe in the hand theory with it? You know, it's supposed to feel like this, and it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Up the wrist. Yeah. Rare. Well.
Paul, you're coming in there a little fuzzy.
I am coming in real fuzzy. I don't know what's going on, gentlemen.
I think you're.
Polish you up over there.
There you go.
Let's
Give
see
it a
what
nice little.
Let's see what's happening.
Wish my hand could reach over to you.
Oh, it's going over 3 time zones, but that'd be impressive. Rich is nailing it. Rich is referring to Fogo, and yeah, Fogo trip sounds like the right call. It really does.
Now, if you wanted a steak but Fogo wasn't an option, where would you go?
Capitol Grill. Or
Where's that at?
Longhorn. Longhorn for, Longhorn's great. It's part of the Darden family as well.
We should find a location equidistant between both of us, John, and then meet there.
Yeah. Instead of driving all the way to King of Prussia for.
Yeah. If you're into that, maybe you can have a homework assignment and figure that out.
I could take on that homework. Probably a place in Lancaster, maybe.
Now, the roads are going to be jacked tomorrow, probably.
Oh, it'll be jacked for a show.
But I thought I had plans on Saturday, but I do not. So my Saturday is open.
Unless it involves, plowing and salting and whatnot.
There's going to be some plowing. Lubricant is going to be involved as well.
Lots of lube. Can't forget the lube.
Plowing and lube.
Lubrication is very much important, especially when you're brining the roads. You brine the roads, lubrication and brine.
Yeah.
Brine also good for steak. So if you brine a steak, it's good too. See? Many different directions you can go with that.
It's true.
The fuzziness went away, Paul. You're back in
I'm back.
He paid his internet bill.
Technicolor.
I'm back, baby.
Don't short pay your internet bill.
That's right. Don't go for the smaller service. Go for the top-notch service there, so we can get you in.
1,000
Wonderful.
up, 1,000 down.
Well, yeah, all of it up, all of it down.
1,000 up, that'd be pretty spectacular. I think I got like 20.
It is
I think I
so
got like
sweet.
15 up.
I got what, 28 8K modem.
I
Yeah.
had like Comcast or Verizon knocked on the door and they wanted to sell me something. I told them how much I had, and the salesman didn't even know. Like, what would you do with all that? I educated the salesman on why a customer would need that much bandwidth, and he's like, okay. So he walked out of there knowing more about his job.
You gave him an education.
I did.
There you go.
I did. I also told Comcast where to stick it when shortly after. See, at one time, Comcast said, if you go over on your home internet, we're going to slow down your home internet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's unheard of now, but they did have that policy for about 3 months, and I noped out of there quickly, and I went to Verizon Fios. And then once I was on Fios for about 8 months, here comes a knock on the door with the Comcast guy, and I'm like, no, you have this policy. And he's like, I don't think we have that. I'm like, call your boss. And he called his boss in front of me. He's like, oh yeah, we do have that policy, but you're never going to get close to that. I'm like, you know what? Tell that to my wife. She has a business. She was selling stuff on. Tell her she can't sell her because we're gonna be throttled. And tell my son on Xbox Live, his Xbox Live is gonna get all jacked up the last 3 days of the month because we went over.
And then tell me that at 5 a.m. when I'm downloading porn. Come on, let's think about this for a second.
He's like, yeah, sir, but that's pretty extreme. I'm like, hey, if there's a 1% chance you're gonna F me over by throttling me, the service is no good in my book. I was like,
I'm gonna find where you live and I'm gonna throttle your effing neck. That's what I'm gonna do.
Throttle my internet.
Throttle you.
You know, I'm on the unlimited cell data plan because everyone has unlimited cell data now. But I got a message from AT&T that I'm using too much unlimited cell data and they're going to throttle me. And what happened was, I put my. Hey, hi, Robert.
Is it me or others getting to tell the truth vibe from the layout looks? Not sure where the MC Bill Cullen be in the stream. Might be on a winning streak.
Yeah.
Might be able to tell you when the price is right, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, don't get me down at Bill Cullen Road. Oh, man. Because he knows where the hot potato is.
Sha-la-la-la Productions.
What's your
Robert
favorite
Lee.
Bill Cullen show in the next hour?
Robert's getting ready for his Pop Goes the Stream show with Xanthi.
Pop Goes the Stream.
They talk about pop culture. And you know, I watched his entire episode on Dune. And here's the thing about critiquing pop culture. You can't get anything wrong because people who love that franchise are going to hang on every word. And if you get one thing wrong, the whole thing's out the window. So it's quite the task to nail it.
I'm just impressed that someone made a Bill Cullen reference on this show. It only took us 1.5 years. So thank you. That was really awesome.
Robert brings it. Robert brings the fire.
And he is all ears.
Well, the advice is never get anything wrong.
Don't screw it up.
Yeah. Every actor name, every critique, just
you put your response in the form of a question.
Yeah. It's just because some of those franchises are beloved. What's he doing now? What's your topic coming up, Robert? I saw. Oh, it was Hawkeye. I think they're gonna critique Hawkeye from Marvel. Is that right? Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Hawkeye from MASH.
Finally, yeah. Finally, Marvel's going to give Hawkeye from MASH a spinoff show.
You darn straight. We gotta get
Finally.
Alan. We gotta get Alan Alda some love.
Robert does take suggestions for future shows, so hey, maybe we'll see that.
Well, there goes the show as my enunciation is static. Hawkeye.
That's right. Yep. Good deal. Good.
That
deal.
would be a great T-shirt with Hawkeye from MASH working with the female Hawkeye from the Marvel show. That'd be a pretty great. That'd be a pretty great mashup.
Now you throw in Marcus Welby, MD, in there. You got yourself a show and a half, don't you?
There you go.
John, I'm hungry for steak now.
Yeah, you're welcome. Shala says we can't get Trapper John or Hot Lips, so we went the Marvel route. That's fair. Hot Lips wants major money.
The math checks out.
That's right. But if you start talking about After MASH, no one cares because that show is a bust.
My meme page is blowing up where I post a taco meme every week. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever done. It's pulling a huge audience. People love the taco memes.
Rich is asking the question. He asks, what if Hawkeye from MASH was in the Avengers?
Pitch it to Disney. They'll about publish just about anything.
Steak.
So Hawkeye from MASH, and I'm going to be honest, I've never seen an episode of MASH.
Oh, come on.
But I know, I'm being honest with you. I've seen half episodes, and I'm like, I've never gotten into it. Hawkeye from MASH, he was pretty sarcastic and made a lot of jokes, right? In some ways, he's kind of all over Marvel. Marvel's always about like taking the edge off of any scene by adding comedy into it. So in a way, Hawkeye is everywhere.
And I catch my mistake 4 minutes later. I said Marcus Welby. I meant Trapper John MD. I don't know why the hell I said Marcus Welby. My God, what the hell's wrong with me? At least Radar came back for After MASH, but that's about it. He's right. Radar did come back for After MASH. Marcus Welby, MD. What the hell's wrong with me?
So After MASH was just kind of a follow-up to be like what happened when they came stateside?
CBS was trying to reinvigorate the MASH franchise, and it lasted like a season. Maybe, I don't think it was more than one. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Interesting. Okay.
It's all good. Thanks. Like, I think about, it's not a bad question. Like, if we took that sort of 70s, 80s sort of pop culture, like sitcom pop culture, and threw that in the way of the Avengers, what would it look like?
Like Three's Company, but Avengers.
Yeah. Or Benson or Soap. What about Soap in the Avengers?
I should rewatch Soap. That was a great show.
Fantastic show.
That was on another level.
Yeah.
That show was on another level for sure.
Well, Billy Crystal was great on that show.
Yeah.
Shala needed more cowbell. Needed more cowbell. Right.
I gotta have more
Gotta
cowbell.
have more cowbell.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Oh, there you go. WandaVision. Spot on. Spot on for sure.
So who was in Soap? Billy Crystal?
Billy Crystal.
I'm going to do some homework. So I found out that Hulu is streaming MASH. So I will watch a little bit of MASH because I feel like I probably should.
And Benson was a spinoff of Soap.
Benson.
Yeah.
And then Soap. Okay, I'm going to work and watch a little bit of MASH, a little bit of Soap.
Yeah.
Learn a little bit about the history.
As I
Get a
always
little
say,
smarter.
Paul, confused, you won't be after the next episode of Soap.
I can do.
Okay.
Fun fact
And
about fun fact about Soap: the announcer was
Mhm.
Rod Roddy from The Price Is Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Get this straight here. Hang on 1 second. Boom. There it is.
Soap cast.
Billy Crystal.
All right.
Jay Johnson, right. That's right. Catherine Hellman was on Soap.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. Should I leave it on you? No. I'll go back over here. There we go.
Bloop. You're getting good at flipping those scenes, John.
Thank you.
I can certainly tell you are upping your production
It's
value.
very strange with this scene though, because you're automatically on the 3 panel and then you fly over yourself, which
I
is
do.
really, it's really funny.
Well, there's double the mat. You just can't see the mat behind me.
Double mat.
Double mat, yeah. Double duty with Who's the Boss.
Well, yeah, Catherine Hellman, yeah. Although Who's the Boss was later on from Soap. So Who's the Boss was Judith Light, Alyssa Milano,
Alyssa Milano.
Tony Danza.
Hey, yo, Tony
Hey,
Danza. Hey, yo.
hey. I moved on from being a taxi cab driver on Taxi.
That
I'm
was a
now-
good show, too.
Oh,
Taxi.
Taxi was phenomenal.
Latka. I remember Latka. Poor guy had lung cancer in real life. Never smoked a cigarette in his life.
Who, Andy Kaufman? Yeah.
I think it was the mechanic. That was yeah. Anyway, but who was the boss on Taxi? It was Danny DeVito.
That's right.
Danny DeVito was on Taxi. Yeah.
Tony Danza. So there's the Hold Me Close Tony Danza. Yeah, that's fun. That's right. Everybody.
Tiny Dancer.
That's the Elton John song, right? Yeah. Hold me close.
That Robert's a
Tony Danza.
funny guy. He's a funny guy. Like you. Every now and then he gets a good one in.
I will ask you this question though, based on your knowledge of Taxi, but then also your knowledge of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Where do you think Danny DeVito did a better, or is doing a better job? It's Always Sunny is still on, so
Yeah. I think they were both great roles in their own right. I think the people who write for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia are complete psychopaths.
they are. They most certainly are.
But a guy that I went to art school with had a picture with the cast of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He kind of moved more into the Hollywood side of things, and I stayed in the graphic design type of things. And I was like, damn, Eric, how'd you do that? And he was talking about, Day, what's his name? Robert Day? No, what's that?
No,
Charlie. What's Charlie's?
Charlie Day.
Charlie Day.
Charlie
Oh, his
Day, yeah.
first name is actually Charlie. Yeah. His actor name is Charlie.
Yeah,
Charlie,
the
his
character
real
name
name.
is Charlie, and his Charlie Day.
He-
Right.
They were all really cool. Although he said
Oh, sweet D.
well, she said she had her agent next to her, and he tried to talk to her, and she like wouldn't talk to my friend or something.
That sounds like
she was
typical D.
she was pretty standoffish, but anyway. Sweet
I feel like
D.
she probably meets a lot of creeps and probably has to like run. She probably just kind of defers to like being like, I got to get distance. So I
I would
don't.
just want to
yeah.
be another creep, at least trying out for that role.
Have you seen? She is so good in a TV show called Hacks, which is on HBO. It might just be on HBO the Max, the app, but she is really good in it. Like she has some great acting chops. Like she's really funny in that show. Always Sunny, but boy, she's a good actress.
She is.
Yeah.
2021 comedy drama Hacks.
Super great. Like the writing in that is so good.
Is this it? I'll share.
it really flew underneath my radar. And then Kira was like, "Hey, you want to watch this show?" And I never. Yep, that's the one. And she is so good. Dang, she is fantastic.
Here's the cast.
Yeah, Gene Smart is just killer. They're all good. Carl Clemens, he's great. He's got,
You got
such
a really strong cast there.
yeah.
I missed this one. Some of these things I watch, I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna like it, but I probably should watch them.
Oh,
Man, there's just so much now. I
then my
totally
mind
missed
goes
it,
back to
but it's
Caitlin,
great.
of course.
Let's see what it's about. Explores the dark mentorship that forms between Deborah Vance and legendary Las Vegas comedian entitled Outcast 25. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's accurate. It's an accurate description. But yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot going on. It's good. It's fun.
Noise.
It's pretty funny.
Noise.
The latest thing I've been doing is I'm going back to an old tactic I had at night. I'm going back to listening and watching old episodes of The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson.
Oh, where do you find those?
YouTube.
Oh, nice.
It's so the entity that owns The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson is Worldwide Pants. So David Letterman's company, and they have never harassed the person who or entity who's thrown those episodes up on YouTube, and it has been really enjoyable.
Looking the other way for copyright. I can dig it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. His ability to interview is so good.
He is a master communicator. Craig Ferguson, sure.
I haven't seen it, but cool to hear Hannah's mom is Lorraine Newman from SNL. Oh, Lorraine Newman. I love Lorraine Newman.
A new person popped in. Mai Sanders is here.
Yeah, so
Hello.
the Lucille Ball with Nicole Kidman, nothing special.
I haven't heard a lot of talk about that. Yeah.
And Rich Vibes with the one reference from the last couple seasons of The Late Late Show, the Jay Leno fly. Yeah, it's brilliant. The running gags that they would have on that show between Craig and Josh Robert Thompson and Secretariat. It's just, oh God.
Yeah. And I enjoy when they don't explain it to the audience. Like either you're in on it or you're not in on it. And it's like, if you want to catch up and learn about it, great. But we're not going to like hold your hand and walk you through it. I really enjoy it. I love that.
Thing about talk shows is you got to watch the commercials. I cannot watch commercials ever.
His interviews are hilarious. Jay Leno Fly's YouTube channel has a lot of great late show clips. Yeah, phenomenal.
The Fly has its own YouTube channel.
Yeah, the Jay Leno Fly is on YouTube. And Josh Robert Thompson's Morgan Freeman imitation is absolutely spot on. Good call on that one.
Good.
You know what? His Arnold Schwarzenegger impression's good too.
That's a fun impression to do, Arnold.
Yeah.
Pump you up.
The bridge is out.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Oh God, make us stop. Please make us stop. We're losing subscribers.
Oh my gosh. Well, it has
in all things YouTube completely in the Arnold voice if you want. Monday. Why not? I'm sorry, Paul.
It has oh no, nothing. It has nothing to do with YouTube voices, but I gotta actually take off. It's 4:30 over here. So so sorry, it's short, but guys, it's always fun hanging out with you. So thanks.
You did an
Paul,
hour. Thanks,
thank
Paul.
you. Thank you for jumping on. Hope that will we have your presence again next Friday?
I hope so. I mean, unless work hits me up, but hopefully not. So
same bat time, same bat channel.
Boom. I'll see you guys here.
All right, Paul.
That'd be awesome, Paul.
All
Hey,
right,
you have a great weekend. Take care of yourself.
You too. You too. Bye.
Paul Burke, ladies and gentlemen, who his icon is a female.
See, look at this. Now I have the emoji.
Yeah.
I didn't have the emoji on the other scene.
Well, you know, hey, what are you gonna do?
I'm
And
hungry
then,
for popcorn.
of course, we're reminded of some of the lines. It's not a tumor, and it is good to see Paul. I'm glad Paul jumped on, and I mean, I hope Paul joins us again next week. He was good, good stuff, good stuff.
Faux show.
Not to be confused with Fogo.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to go to Faux Go? Faux
Yeah.
show.
Well, yeah, you don't have to twist my arm on that one.
God, make me stop.
And
Gosh,
then there were two.
I think the show's going downhill. Our
No,
puns are getting worse.
No, it's not. Rich asks, what would his emoji be? That's a good question.
The microphone, no doubt.
Microphone, yeah.
Come on. Give me a hard question, Rich.
Maybe a record. Like that.
I don't think that is an emoji.
Wicca wicca.
Wicca wicca.
There you go. It's been such a strange week, Matt. It really has.
I've been heads down in taxes. I mean, no joke. For 5 days, I've been pulling together all my crap. I hate it. I could be so much more productive. Oh, I did something fun today. Let's kind of end it with this because I'm really hungry. Like legit, I am.
Too legit to quit.
I hired someone to make me a jingle.
A jingle?
Yes. Because, you know, I am getting into the world of music. I do play an instrument, but composing is still something that's out there a ways. So I did do some sheet music to just kind of sketch in the pace of it, and I made a video of me actually saying it, and I hired the guy to do it, and he's like, "Yep, I'm gonna get this to you. It's for my new." Are you sitting down? Mm-hmm. It's for my new live stream. I'm starting a new live stream.
Oh no! Get out of town, really?
I teased it here once before. I didn't tease it, but I was thinking about it. It's the Super Terrific Awesome Show.
Yes.
It's gonna happen. Do you want to see the logo? I can share some really cool
stuff. This would be awesome.
Now I'm gonna show you. Should I show you the stinger? Because it's just a template of what I want the stinger to be. It doesn't have the professional music in the background. Doesn't have the professional drum beat. Doesn't have the professional vocalist. But you're gonna get the vibe of it. All right, let me give me a second to call it up. You entertain the guests a while.
Not to be confused with Rich Vibes, host of a show on Mixcloud, Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
Okay, and I have to change my Rodecaster Pro so you can hear the audio. Not that one.
Rich asks, "Are you going to have guests, Matt?"
Yes, it will be a repeating show with a co-host, and I am considering having a rotating one-time featured guest who can come on the show. And the whole point is me and my co-host will share something awesome. It's a positive show. Mm-hmm. It's upbeat. And the content has to be awesome, what we're talking about. And I'm thinking about having a third person come in if they want to approach, like fill out a form or something, say, this is who I am and this is what I want to talk about. If it's deemed as actually being awesome, you'll be approved on the show as the third temporary 10-minute slot. Anyway, all right, I'm ready to go here.
I love how you have these ideas. This is great.
Oh, somebody literally needs to stop me. Like
no one needs to stop you. No one needs to stop you.
I am worried. Here, actually, remove my little guy down here because something's gonna.
Hang on. Oh, hold on.
Hit the X button. Take it completely off, or put it on the upper left. There's nothing in the upper left. That's the upper right. Put it on the other side. There you go. All right.
There you go.
I don't know how loud this is gonna be, and it's poor vocals, it's poor background beats, it's poor everything, but this is just to get the vibe of it, okay?
All right.
Here we go. Okay. Quiet. Here we go. Super terrific, awesome show. Super terrific, awesome show. Super terrific, awesome, awesome, awesome show. Let me do it again.
Yeah, one more time.
Oh, I wish I could make it louder. I think it's as loud as it can go. Super terrific, awesome show. Super terrific, awesome show. Super terrific, awesome, awesome, awesome show. There you go.
That's brilliant.
Yep. So I hope to have drum crashes in the background with an electric guitar. Super terrific, awesome show. Super terrific, awesome, super terrific, awesome, awesome, awesome show.
Wow. You know what? And it is a perfect jingle because the perfect jingle is 7 seconds. So like, this
is 8 seconds.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
I told the guy, I'm like, it should be approximately 8 seconds, but I don't want to lock you in to an exact amount because I don't want to cramp his creative style. But vibe has in rich vibes.
The reason why I know about the 7 seconds is Pomplamoose, one of the best YouTube bands out there, been doing it a long time. They did a small documentary about doing the latest version of the Good Mythical Morning theme. And they said that they only have 7 seconds to get the theme out. And it was very orchestral, the new version, because it's their 10th year doing the show and everything. But it's really neat to watch them talk about the process and then getting Rhett and Link's approval. And it was just phenomenal. So 7 seconds. 8 seconds works too.
They are all top of their field musicians in that band. Like that's like no joke. Like they rent out a studio and in one day crank out 4 complete freaking songs, which is like unheard of because they're so like they know what they're gonna do. They set up, they deliver, and they get the heck out,
Yeah.
Plus the CEO, Jack Conte, which is a bit of a weirdo if you ask me.
Yes,
he only budgets one day because he's got to run a company.
But then he also hit pay dirt with Natalie. So,
oh God, ain't that the truth?
Natalie is incredible, and you know what? So is Jack, even though he's a little weird. But aren't we all?
He's very weird, and I don't think he's a very good CEO. I don't think he's running that company good at all.
How would you fix that?
It's the business model that's broken. He's treating himself as if he's paying these creators, and he's not. He's just a money handler. The people paying the creators are the people's audience. He's just skimming money off the top, but he's running the company like he has he has creative control, or he has to, it has to jive with it should be a hands-off business where.
And just to remind everybody, Jack is the CEO of Patreon.
Yeah, CEO of Patreon. And he just got a ton of venture capital because it's not profitable. I mean, he's trying to take 8% of what people like. Why? If I wanted to take a tip from one of my audience members, why should I sacrifice 8% of that to Patreon? What value are they given? It's not a very novel service that they're offering.
No.
And so I think he has to have more products. He's trying to get into merch. He's trying to get. They're late for everything. And they were on top of the world. Like they were the only ones that they had their opportunity. It was squandered, and I don't think he can ever give it back. Once the VC funding rolls out, I think it's going to shut down. It might be 2 or 3 years. It's not. The
question is, are they capable of finding what the next big thing is that would be well removed from the Patreon sort of platform?
Well, Jack had that one good idea that one time. Maybe he'll have a second good idea.
He's capable. So is Natalie, for that matter.
Well, Natalie's good at being an entertainer and being a very talented musician, but I don't. Does she have the business savvy to launch the next big Silicon Valley type offering within Patreon or at another company? That I don't know. But anyway.
Yeah, I think, I truly think that she might have the chops for the business end of it, but she does enjoy producing music and creating music.
Well, she's very business minded. I'm not putting her down. I mean, she runs that band like a legit business. I've seen her talk about the business side of Pamplemousse, and she's very savvy. But is she a tech entrepreneur? That was my.
That's a very good question. Gilly working a 14.5-hour day, 5 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. in American medical manufacturing. And then he asks a question: "What I miss, Matt? Do you still have those candy canes?"
I have 3 bundles of 6, so yes, I do. 18 candy canes for sale.
There you
$90
go.
a bundle. U.S. greenback dollars.
Good old American coin.
Or you could give me 90 million Shiba Inu crypto coins. Would be the same amount. My Shiba Inu is the very low. That it went way down. I'm sad.
The latest one I've been trading, so I've gotten into the game a little bit, which people are saying, John, what took you so long to get into crypto? Yeah, I know. But like I've been big, so the latest one I've been gravitating to is Bluzelle.
Is what?
Bluzelle, Bluzelle, Bluzelle.
Yeah.
I think for me, it has the notoriety of having the Zell name in it, so it's only going to be a matter of time before you get a cease and desist or some sort of slap on the wrist for it. But like Bluzelle it's got I'm not a financial advisor. We're talking crypto for a second. But I get the sense that it might have a uptick in the next month or so.
That's good.
But far from a financial advisor or a crypto analyst or anything. Just a little research.
One of the line items on my accountant's questionnaire was, did you sell any crypto? I was like, no. I was like, I own some. Do we have to do anything? He said, no, you don't have to do anything. But if you sell it, then you have to do something special on your taxes. I didn't sell it.
Gilly says 2 large steak tacos per candy cane or 3.5 medium-sized beef ones per your choice.
How can I say no to that offer?
That's a very good point.
Let's make it happen.
I get the sense, going back to crypto for a second, I think if you own crypto through something like Robinhood, though, where you don't really own the crypto, you own the investment, but you don't own the crypto itself, that might be a bit of a technicality, rather versus having a wallet like a Coinbase and actually owning the crypto.
Robert's taken off from Shalalala.
Great to see you. Make sure you slap the thumbs up, the like button, the comment button, the subscribe button. And, if you want, buy me a coffee because I'm not caffeinated enough.
Robert, tell your brother I think he's awesome. He's got a cool brother.
buymeacoffee.com/ventureforward.
Well, all this talk about food, I think I'm going to go find something to eat.
I think that's a very good idea. And if the snow isn't too bad this weekend and we want to think about that equidistant steakhouse, or you want to venture out to this neck of the woods, let me know. That'd be awesome.
The answer is yes. Figure it out. I'm waiting for you to come back to me within an itinerary.
I will have my people call your people and we'll work something out.
Sweet.
Yeah. Have a great night, Matt. Thank you.
Venture Forward audience. Love you all.
Appreciate you. Love you, bro.
Okay. Right back at you. Right.
Matt Haas, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Haas. I'll go back to Maine here. Oh, that's me in shadow here. And there's me. There we go. That's what I wanted to try to do here. always a good time with Matt and Paul and all of you, talking about anything and everything. And, well, you know, we were talking about 70s and 80s sitcoms. We were talking about crypto. We were talking about steak. We talk about everything tonight. So definitely a good time. Let's talk about next week. We were talking about basically some of the preview of the episodes that we were looking at next month on the last episode, on yesterday's Venture Forward. And this week coming up, we're going to talk about codependence, and we're going to talk about love. And the thing I'm going to say is we're going to walk back down the road with codependence again. We talked about it back in season 2, briefly in season 3, but we're going to actually take a look at codependence with respect to the works of Brené Brown, Molly Beattie, but also look at the clinical definition of codependence and how many of us deal with codependency and co-addiction. So that will be Tuesday night's episode. Thursday night will be more of a honest conversation and more of a definition sort of show about what is love. Not necessarily the sense of love from a relationship sort of perspective, but love in the general sense of the term. It's going to be a very eye-opening episode for sure. Something that I'm very, very adamant about, something that I've given long thought over the last 3 years in this journey, and something where I feel like as I've removed a lot of the things that have held me back, the more love I have to give, the more love I can give, because I am starting to love myself more and more. And we'll talk about that too on that Thursday night episode. So Tuesday night, another walk down codependence. Thursday night, what is love? And then 1 week from tonight, we will do what we normally do on Friday nights at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. Have another episode of VF Talks with Matt Haas, Paul Burke, and all of you. So the Tuesday-Thursday nights, the Tuesday-Thursday night episodes, the codependence episode on Tuesday, What is Love Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. VF Talks 1 week from tonight, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. Some final comments. Rich, great show on Mixcloud. It says see you both Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern over on Mixcloud. Rich Vibes is fantastic. Great entertaining show. It has all the great hits, and you're going to find yourself having a good time for sure. Yes, I will see you on Sunday, Rich, for sure. And Matt says good night. And Rich asks a question about seeing, yeah, definitely I'm going to see you on Sunday for sure, Rich. But until next time, I'm going to say the same thing I say at the end of every Venture Forward VF Talks. Stay safe, stay sane, stay strong, stay sober. You're worth it. Have a wonderful night. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you Tuesday night for the next episode of the Venture Forward at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, as we talk about codependency. Have a great weekend. Fly, be free.
Heading to Vegas in my blue striped car. She's riding shotgun and she looks like a star. Yeah, she's got the style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She says she likes it better when we go off-road. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. Gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart. The sky is blue, I got the sun in my eyes. It can't get better than when she makes that smile. Yeah, she's got that style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She's turning up the volume on the radio. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. we don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart.